Hello and welcome back to another episode of Battle Chasers Nightwar. It's time to take on the next of our little hunts, fighting off those two little robots. I did have to use a little walkthrough just to figure out how to build the equipment necessary. We had to go and speak to the miner guy and give him some ore, and then he eventually gave us the item we needed to forge the OEM core or battery, whatever it was, energy cell. So we should have enough to make these, to fix these guys and then destroy them. I don't really see the point, but there you go. Two tanks in disrepair lie dormant among piles of scrap and junk. Perhaps there is somewhere they could be repaired. Let us repair them and then fight them. I will reluctantly destroy you. Who should we take out first, I wonder? Ruckus or the lad? These guys are so lower level in comparison to what we are now, so it shouldn't be a problem in the slightest. Vlad the Impaler. I get it. No, he is not happy about his friend being killed. I'm not going to attack him, I want to get Garrison to get the extra experience. Like overkill. Done and done. We could get some extra items from that, I suppose. The duo tanks Ruckus and Vlad have been defeated. It does not look like you could ever repair them again. So these are just items for the collector. Hidden potential in Calibretto. How we can use that. Perhaps someone back in town might know. So off camera in between the last episode and this episode, I obviously did the usual other difficulty levels of the Dead Watch and did some more arena battles. Luckily I discovered that you don't have to actually get through the entirety of the arena to unlock Garrison's third what is it called? His third burst art or burst. So we now have the Blade Master, which even with bosses can pretty much one-shot enemies, so it's pretty cool.
Hello.
Yeah, we can upgrade. Alright, that's one. Hunts. Destructive duo is done. no other hunts at this point in time.
Greetings again.
You have hunted some impressive game in your time, I can tell. I can upgrade my wares again for 2,500 gold to suit your needs. The highest level ingredients.
A day for hunting.
But no new hunts.
Greetings again.
What items do you have? I'm not hardly getting involved in this whole crafting
Greetings
stuff.
again. More talk, hunt well.
Yeah, that was that. Hunts are done for the time being.
Who are you? Interrupted my work.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what
Be careful.
that item actually does. The power cores. We'll figure it out at some point. Let's go to the collector and sell some of our stuff to him. He likes this crazy weird stuff. Did some fishing as well, so I got that. It's a nifty weapon for Alamon, but we're not really using him at the moment, so I'll hold off on that.
You bring by.
Bye. Okay, so everything is done. Let's go all the way down to the moors. I think we explored everything before going to the... We went to that. Yeah, I think we're okay. And even if we're not, we can just come back. Nothing so far in this game seems to be missable. There's something Garrison got equipped on him, giving him that debuff thing. Was it a debuff? Is there somewhere where you can see what all the debuff item icons are? Because what's that hooded cloak thing? I thought it was like Doom or something. I don't see anything that shows what the debuffs are. Yeah, well. Okay, Strongmont. This ancient fortification sits on a peninsula in the eastern sea, the tip of a spear meant to pierce invading armadas from the unified territories. Despite its age and seeming abandonment, lights can be seen within, some of a strange hue. Let us sally forth. Into the quiet stillness of Strongmont. Whatever it's called. Hello? Is anyone here? Teleporter. In case you want to flee.
As I feared, they're summoning Bargus the Defiler.
He was just a general.
How bad can it be?
He's as tall as 10 men and has a skull of red-hot balefire.
Okay, that's bad.
As Varys learned the darkest forms of magic, he empowered his followers in unique ways.
That seems like an understatement.
We have to stop this. The Lich will have others around Strongmont, casting minor rituals to empower his summoning. Only by finding and destroying them can we rob him of his barriers. If we move fast enough, we can kill him and stop the Defiler from breaking through.
If we don't?
It'll get complicated.
I assume that's an understatement. Stop the summoning ritual. This is kind of like Stone Fang. Two little paths to take out the enemies to get through the center path. This page is stained in blood and written in a nervous hand. Elaine. The grey wall, it weren't a storm, was clearly a trap. The second we passed through, the cannons hit us. Weren't normal cannonballs though, they were wrapped in magic. Some fire, some poison, some different. Tore the leading edge of the fleet to shreds. I was in the water for I knew we were under attack. While I was underwater, thought that was it. I looked up, saw what seemed like fireworks on the surface of a lake, except I was under the lake. For a moment, it was beautiful, almost peaceful, though all the flashing could only think of you. Through all the flash. Almost wished that had been the end of it. Somehow my body took over when my mind was gone, got me to the surface, floated ashore on some wreckage, still smouldering most of the way, went up to the beach with just my pack, and now I'm hiding. Something's coming, so the entry ends abruptly. This journal page clearly spent time immersed in water. Hey Elaine, gotta be a while before I can get these in a post ship, but I'm gonna write anyway. Sure, because I miss you and all, but also to keep my own wits about me. I've been on boats before, but not this long. Crossing the sea is more work than my stomach was prepared for. First I thought it was all the mead we were drowning our boredom in, but that ran out and the stomach flipping stayed. This morning we saw a huge grey wall of fog on the horizon, still probably a day's sailing, but somehow visible. Made most of the crew turn sheet white when it popped up. I'm sure this deployment will be just as easy as they say it was supposed to be though. Gotta just be a storm. I'll write again soon. Mikkel. The only annoying thing sometimes, well not sometimes, more often than not, is that you do end up getting the lore entries in the wrong order. What I should do really is just collect them all and then read them afterwards, but that would involve you guys having to sit through a long version of me reading text, and I'm well aware I don't have the most exciting, interesting, fantabulous voice, so yeah, we ain't doing that. The time is now. See, what is interesting though is I've done a fair bit of what I would call non-essential leveling. Like by repeating the dungeon, each dungeon I repeated 3 times. I've done the normal version, the heroic version, the legendary version. In addition to that, I've also done the hunts, and I've done a bit of grinding for the enemy book and the arena a little bit as well. And yet, still, with all that done, I am only 1 level above what these enemies are here. This is like the easiest version of the dungeon, so it's one of those things where you feel like this is definitely one of those games where You really are going to have to grind to get through. Luckily, I don't mind it. That's just me. Not everyone likes to grind. Years of doing boring, repetitive jobs in the real world mean that grinding in a video game, no matter how boring, is still far more interesting than what you're going to do in a day job. Oh, to get paid to play video games all day. Fortunately, as of recording, our episodes are averaging about 1 to 5 views per video, so we ain't gonna be making any money from YouTube anytime soon, if ever. But that isn't the point. I mean, like I said, I ain't gonna lie. Fucking hell, how good would it be to actually make money from just playing video games? But hey, I'm gonna be doing this anyway. I'm going to be sat here playing this game, so all I'm doing is what I'm doing normally, except I'm recording and talking to myself. Commanding officers only. Once our forces have evacuated Warrior's Rest, the manor users will move in to inspect the artifact. No one is to speak with the Magi, or to touch any of their artifacts and equipment. All information regarding the blade, who's working for it, and the operation to contain it is on a need-to-know basis. Failure to maintain the confidence of this information will result in severe penalty. Knight Captain Xavier. I'm guessing the T is silent, but it's Xavier. It's like at the end of Django, where Walter Goggins' character's like, Django, and he shoots him. The D is silent, hillbilly. It's not Xavier. I do love that film. Probably in my top 5, I think, of all time. It's just a great film. Even my dad liked it when I come to watch it, and he tends to be very anti-movies, anti all that sort of stuff. He's the kind of person that just can't seem to get over the idea that there are cameramen and people behind the camera, and I don't know. It's not real. It's like, yeah, I know it's not real. Everyone knows that movies aren't real, Dad. It's just, you just have to let yourself go and get into it, but maybe you're just trying to be cool, different, and, you know, but it kind of frustrates me. And that's a small insight into my family life. A carefully written entry in the war journal of Captain Dillabo. It is the eve of battle. Rumors are spreading through the camp that General Vargas himself will be leading the vanguard from the castle tomorrow. Our scouts are rarely wrong. Little is known of the man, save for his ruthless tactics and his demeanor, earned from countless victories against our greatest military minds. Regardless, I will be on my guard to ensure that my men and I will be prepared for whatever the General has planned to bring against us. Captain Dillabo. Probably mispronouncing the name, but you know. The script is hard to read, scratched hastily on warped paper. My dearest, I love you. I need to write these words, case they're my last. Speaking of last, consider this my will. Everything I have back home is yours, married or not. Something came out of the castle. A man, flaming sword, fire demons, drinking the blood of slain men. I can't even put words to it. I've written you so many letters over the last year, but they're all lost. I only grabbed a handful, the rest flew away or were burned to ash. Most men are dead, I'll likely soon follow. There's one ship, a few of us who survived. We're going to try and jump it, take it back home. I'm not sure it will work. I just want to see the farm again, the lane, you. I love you. Time to go. Mikhail. You found the dungeon map. The dungeon is quite big. Hey guys, oh, you wanna fight me? Okay, fine. If we must. Don't really know, Fear, sorry. Yeah, well, it makes no difference to me because you're gonna die regardless. Yeah. Attack up. But it'll be useful to you because you're about to die. I think our stuff's pretty much okay. I did do some enchanting. I really want to know what that little evil looking guy in a dark cloak is, because Garrison's getting whatever it is stacked. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't think it's a good thing, because why would a guy with a hood and evil eyes be a good thing? This is going to be tough to get through. It's... Did I say tough? If we didn't have Garrison's fleet-footed skill. Well, that was a lot of items. Up to the first Lich guy. Lich guy. Come at me, boys. You probably start using different attacks and stuff. I'm so used to certain ones that the further down ones I don't actually end up using. Like Gravity Punch deals 5% of enemies minor HP plus extra damage. So let's do that. Let's do something with Garrison's Rupture. Good. And let's try a new one of Calibretto's. More gunshot. More gunshots to the face. Sometimes just a regular attack is good enough. Especially on these easier modes of the dungeons. We need to go wasting up all of our mana. Who's next? Yeah, Lich to the tower. Who wants to die first? See? It's cursed. It's a curse, so... Although this curse isn't surrounded by a box, so maybe it's different. I'll look online after this episode. Doesn't seem to be doing anything I can see anyway, but... focus on Gully. Although he killed his mate. Or did he kill his mate? I feel like we're both weakened. Okay, Bretto. These guys are tough. Damn. See if we can one-shot the Lich. Oh, both of them. I'm guessing the Lich was also keeping the other guy alive. Well, there we go. Should have just done that in the first place. Some of the magical energy in the area has dissipated. We only need to find one more. Ah, press the wrong button. No. Come here, you. Let's heal up a little bit. Cool, this is still an enemy. So there's still more places to go to after this, but there's still an enemy here. Let's see if we can find him. Or her, or it. Not exactly much of an area to search, so I don't know where it could be. Oh well. Yeah, who's this? The other guy already, is it? A stealth attack! I had discovered that there are certain attacks that you can select regardless of the fact that they are stealthed. Well, by the time you get to use them, they've unstealthed themselves anyway, but still. That was satisfactory. You wanna fight me? Nightblade. Yeah, you might be stealth, but I've now figured out a way to get past it. That's another one of those Lich guys. I want to try and build up my burst bar a bit more. Too easy. The script is hard to read, scratched hastily on warped paper. Elaine. It could be Elaine, by the way, but I know there's different ways of spelling Elaine, but I'm going to say Elaine. Elaine, haven't written nothing in almost 2 months. Couldn't bring myself. I'm nearly in tears as I write this. Can't bloody believe it's even possible. I've spent countless fortnights living between rocks, in the mud, hiding from the troops on this island. An island I don't even know the name of. There were times I just closed my eyes, waiting for the eternal to take me, but it never did. I scrounged for food, cleaned myself when I could, tried to sleep anywhere dry and covered, but I'm not sure how I did it. It feels like I've been living the life of another man entirely, until yesterday. Van Silor sent more ships. They just arrived, cut their way easily to shore and made camp around a massive castle. I found them, and I'm safe again. I can't write anymore. I'm still too messed up. I love you. I'll write again. Mikhail. So Mikhail's story does have a, well, temporary happy ending. I don't know if it could be called that. You stealth guys need to get the idea that you can't... Your stealth thing won't do anything. Oh yeah, you survived, eh? For like 1 second longer than you would do. Straight into another barrel. Against the usual losers. You just want us to use up our mana, don't you? That's your plan. I'm on to you. These guys are never ending. Although it is a good way of getting the battle burst up, I suppose. Probably because the Lich is right there. In the long run, the higher we can get our battle burst up, the better, because it will pretty much one-shot the enemy. See, now I've noticed that, well yeah, see, it's weird, because Garrison's curse status is gone, now he's attacked and he's got 1 back, so I'm not sure exactly what is causing the build of the curse. Couldn't see any items or weapons, so it's just being really, really fucking dumb and it's really obvious. Read Elemental. Focus on me. Whilst my friends kick your ass. Bit of a tough guy, are you? Yeah, that bleed was a really good debuff. But it works two ways, doesn't it, really? I curse you all. Get this finished. Love the animation when those guys die. Okay, battle burst up to full. Let's take on this lich. Stop these guys from coming back and attacking us. I'm not impressed. This one's gonna be a one-hit thing. Sorry, pal. You snooze, you lose. That's the second one. The shield must be down completely now. Let's head back to the entrance. A few items first. I feel like I deserve it, you know. I'm here. Purple ammo. The script is hard to read, scratched hastily on wallpaper. My love, we've begun a siege of a castle known as Strongmont. The general says we should expect it to go on a while, as long as needed to be sure. We won't be forcing our way in, not this place. So we're gonna have to starve him out. The way I see it, should be easy. Slow, but easy. Can't say when I'll be back, but as long as I can find paper to write on, I'll be penning these letters to you. Like I said, my own sanity, you know. I miss visiting you on your pop's father. The walks down the lane, sneaking some wine under a half moon. Those will be the thoughts that keep me going for this siege. I'll write more soon, Mikhail. I got a feeling that Mikhail's story is... Have we got Orv's story, have we? Normally get the term acknowledged for getting Orv's story. He's on the ship, crash lands, finds people, doing stuff. Yeah. Something came out of the castle, everyone's dead. Yeah. So it looked bad, then it looked good, and then it ended up bad. Okay, so basically all these extra rooms are, I wouldn't say pointless, but not necessarily. So we can now actually get back to Bargus and stop him being summoned into this world. So we will do that in the next episode. I guess there isn't any point in going for these other sages, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. Who knows? So until then, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you wanna. I mean, you don't have to, but you know, if you want to, I enforcing ya. And until then, I'll catch you in the next episode.